Hey, what's up, everyone? Ralph here. So when it comes to finances, we know that a lot of people are struggling, right? Especially in this economy where, housing costs are up, food, gas prices, right? And this is causing people to stretch their budget thin. But there's another set of group of people where the reason why they're struggling financially is because they have poor financial habits, right? They tend to spend more than they make. And I know firsthand how that feeling is because I used to be that person. I used to have almost $30,000 of credit card debt. And I know exactly, and that's because the big reason was because I was spending more than I make. And for a lot of people, especially in today's economy, they're dealing with that same situation. Which leads me to this video in which we're going to talk about the whole buy now, pay later crisis, right? A lot of people are using buy now, pay later to buy the things that they want, which is, causing them to incur more financial stress. And I've done many videos about this, and obviously this is a issue that a lot of people aren't talking about, but a lot of people, you'll see more and more people dealing with this stress. And so what I'm going to do in this video today is we're going to go over this article on CNBC, and it's going to share the experiences of people that are dealing with this whole buy now, pay later crisis right now. They're going to share the experience, but what they've gone through while using that. So I'm not going to read the whole article, but I'm going to just read like excerpts from it, and then just break it down. So the title of the article is "I am so scared of them now. Burn from overspending. Some buy now, pay later users warn others away." All right. So let's just go into focus. So it says Tia Whiteside, 27, knew she was spending more than she would have without buy now, pay later services. Planning a day trip to the beach with her 2-year-old son last year, she spent $800 on Amazon purchasing, including a tent, new outfits, and a high-end sandcastle kit with her new buy now, pay later provider, Affirm. So this is the thing that a lot of people, they tend to spend more than they make. And this is the thing about the whole buy now, pay later, right? People use it and they're like, all right, you don't have to purchase the whole item. If it's $600 or whatever it is, you don't have to purchase the whole item. You can just you can go on a payment plan, which is going to get people to buy more. And you can see that she already said that she was spending more than she would have without the buy now, pay later. So she said she and her husband bring in about $110,000 per year combined. But the $6,000 in buy now, pay later alone she racked up over roughly 2 years felt frivolous. She said, especially because they are planning to buy their first home. So she racked up $6,000 on a buy now, pay later. Right, so she was someone that just constantly spent because the buy now, pay later makes it so easy to spend. Okay, so it says the last straw was a $600 Dyson hair styler and dryer, which she used just once since purchasing it with Affirm at Neiman Marcus in early February. And that's the thing. And that's the thing with these buy now, pay laters. People tend to just spend, right? When something is so easy, when it's so easy to do something, people tend to do it more. Especially when people buy things. And what happens is that they only use it once and they never use it again. But people love spending so much because it gives you that dopamine to just to buy something that you want. You're like, yeah, it feels good to spend it. But then you come and find out, like when you come to pay that bill, the feeling doesn't feel all that nice because there's pain. You have to spend, you see those payments coming, you see how much debt you're in. Like, oh man, I got all this debt and I have to make these payments. But people like that dopamine hit of making purchases, and this is what gets people in trouble, and this is what gets people struggling when it comes to their finances and get people living paycheck to paycheck. So she said by mid-March, Whiteside said she deleted the Klarna and Afterpay apps from her phone, but held on to Affirm because she still owes money, which is a good idea. Just delete it, right? That's the smart thing to do. So she said the buy now, pay later services have taken off among shoppers across income and credit levels for various reasons. Many are seeking cover from high credit card interest rates, some having burned through their traditional credit options and desperate for financial lifelines. Others are simply looking for to better manage their cash flow. And see, that's the thing. The reason why a lot of people are using the buy now, pay later is because they've exhausted their other options, right? So let's say, people are in credit card debt, right? They've maxed out their credit cards so they can't use it. So what do they go to? They go to the whole buy now, pay later and option. Some people maybe they're good with, they just don't want to use credit cards because obviously you have the high interest rates, especially with the interest rates being the way they are. Using a credit card and not paying off the balance right away is a horrible idea. You shouldn't do that. So what people are doing is, like, instead of using the credit card, they'll just go that buy now, pay later route, but which is dangerous because the thing you need to understand is, yeah, maybe you're avoiding the interest rates on these credit cards, but what you're doing is, like, when you shop at places maybe like Walmart, Target, or whatever other places, what you're doing is you're spending more than you would have had you just used cash. And that's the dangerous thing about these buy now, pay later. Yes, it's good that you're avoiding the high interest, but you're also spending more than you would, which is causing you to have less money to use on other things that you might need. Because you're buying things, when you're buying these things, you're buying things that you don't need. Like she said, she spent $600 on a hairdryer and she used it once. So you got to be careful with that. So she said, they said the fastest uptake has been among consumers 35 and younger. So young people are using this, or the majority of people, young people are using 35 and younger, who represents more than half of BNLPA, buy now, pay later borrowers. LexisNexis Risk Solutions found late last year, many are increasingly using the loans for daily essentials, not just big ticket purchases, while some already see them as a routine tool in their wallets. Others, like Whiteside, are turning away in alarm. And that's the thing with these buy now, pay laters, that because you can buy such a large, high ticket item and you don't have to pay the whole thing right away, you can just pay it in installments, maybe $50, $100. It makes it much easier to say, you know what, or I can manage this payment because it's not that much per month. And that's and then your mind is like, yeah, since I don't have to throw down the whole $600, I can break it in installments. It makes it easier to stomach when it comes to making a purchase, which is dangerous. All right, so it says that they found that buy now, pay later users racked up at least $176 more per year in overdraft fees, credit card interest, and late fees after starting to use the services. Some borrowers have been warning others on social media against buy now, pay later, with a few criticizing the services' advertising practices. I've got like 10 PayPal Pay in 4 plans left. $500 in the firm plans and $2,000 on credit cards, one Reddit users wrote last year. I just finally paid my after bill and they immediately emailed me to purchase shoes on installment plan, post on X said. So that's the thing. Once you finish making your payments, they send you more advertisements saying, hey, you can buy this for X amount. Right? Because they understand, they already know. Like, it's the easiest customer is the customer that's already purchased some of your products or services, right? It's the people that already bought. Those are the easiest customers to get back, to make sure they buy more, right? Because they already know that what you like to purchase, what you like to buy. So they're gonna send you advertisements saying, hey, here's this other thing at a discount. You can buy this, and they know since you're an impulse buyer, you're going to do it, right? So it says, what part of poor do you do not understand? So, all right, so we continue. It says, after about 3 to 4 years of using buy now, pay later services for designer clothes, handbags, and Apple devices, Amy Baird, 39, was staring down more than $9,000 in debt, right? So it said, it called to me, said Baird, who lives in Dallas and works as a claims clerk for an insurance company. I had put myself in a pretty big hole, she said, adding that she found support in a subreddit focused on shopping addiction. Her boyfriend helped her secure a low-interest balance transfer card, making it easier to tackle the loans on one provider at a time, she said. After paying off her other 3 major buy now, pay later lenders, Baird said her firm balance was about $1,200 is all left. And that's smart. I mean, so what she did, her boyfriend had her, like, you know, and this is something I used to do back in the days too when I had credit card debt. What you want to do is that you want to find this, you know, obviously another credit card that has 0% interest, a low interest balance transfer card, and you want to transfer that off. But you got to be careful. You got to make sure you stop using that credit card that you just, you know, transferred it from. All right, so because all you can do is add one debt and then and put on more debt on the credit card. You need to make sure if you're going to transfer that over to a low interest balance card, you want to make sure you stop using that credit card. Right, because it's just gonna snowball, and you're gonna add more debt. So it's a smart thing to do as long as you're making a commitment to pay off that debt. So ISS says Whiteside recalled getting smartphone notifications from her Affirm app shortly after paying off a loan, telling her, "You've got this much pre-approval to spend," and that just feels kind of icky, she said. Many consumers lending products, including traditional credit cards, regularly dangle promotions to attract the maintain borrowers. But Kevin Mahoney, Washington D.C. based financial planner, said buy now, pay later services are set up in ways that can feed habits his clients are working to break. You don't really have to do anything other than click purchase, he said. The frictionless can be especially tempting on days when people are tired of stress and you have less willpower. And that's the crazy thing is, like, you got to understand, like, they want to make it easy for you to make purchases. That's their goal. Like, this is what they want to do. Like, if you look at it, back in days, we used cash, right? Cash was you had to get out the money, count it up, and then you pay, right? Now they introduced credit cards. Now all you got to do is swipe. Now they got just the touch thing where you just credit card and just put it on the pad in the transaction. Now you can use your phone where you can just boom and put it out there. And it's the same thing as a credit card, but they're trying to make it easier and easier. Now, if you're looking at places like there's this place when I go to Whole Foods, right? Where you can just, there's a device where you can just put your palm over it and it pays that way. I don't know how they do it. Maybe they read your fingerprints. I have no idea. But all you have to do is put your palm over the device and you can make a transaction. So they're trying to make it easy and easier for you to buy things. And if you look on Amazon, all you gotta do is one click and you can buy something. So if they can make purchasing products and services as frictionless as possible, they're going to do it. And they want to make that process of buying stuff that much easier. And so this is just going to incentivize people to just buy more, because it's the process of purchasing is easy. So this is something you also want to be careful with. So it says finally, all right, so pretty much. So this is something you want to be careful with. The whole buy now, pay later thing, you want to be careful with, because the goal is to obviously, these companies don't really care how much debt they put you in. They want to make sure that you're purchasing, and they want to get you on interest fees, and they want to get you making sure that you're buying more of their products and services. So you need to be careful. And the people that are more vulnerable to this is people with poor spending habits, right? Because people like to spend, people like to buy things. Right? Like I said, it gives you that dopamine hit where you can just like, oh, I bought this one thing and it feels good, even though you're not going to use it. But the fact that you're just making purchases on buying things that you want, even though you don't need it, it gives you that great feeling. And you have to be careful of that, because these people are feeding on your ability to impulse buy. And it's the same thing with supermarkets, right? You go to the supermarket, all the items in the front are the goodies, right? They want you to buy all the goodies, and all the things that you need are in the back of the store, in the corner, and below in the basement. And they want to make sure you're going through the whole store before you go to get what you really need. So these companies understand when it comes to spending habits. They understand how people are impulsive when it comes to buying. So you have to be careful with that. So those are my thoughts. I'm interested to hear your thoughts about it. Make sure to leave a comment down below, hit the like button and share. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe. All right, so guys, take care and have a good one. Later.